Welcome back to a new video, dogs, and as you can see, this is a very special video, well, for me. I've been, since 2017, I was 95 kilos, started my journey in triathlon, and since 2020 I've literally raced almost all over the world as a professional, and now I've decided that 2025 is going to be my last year. I think most importantly, I've entertained people all over the world in the endurance sports. And in this video, I'm going to tell you why I'm going to stop as a professional, what's next for me, and then most importantly, because we're not just going to stop, we're going out with a bang, what my 3, maybe nearly impossible goals are for 2025. At first, I just want to say that I'm just super grateful for how triathlon has shaped my life and for everyone that I've met along the way in all these years, because it's truly been a real special to be able to do triathlon full time. But it's also important that I'm looking at what's next, and I think it's good to clarify that I'm not just going to step away from the sport, because in the future I will still be racing as an amateur, and it would also mean that I'm going to train as an amateur and not going to do the sports full time. Now the big question is, why did I decide to start with professional triathlon? I'm currently 31 years old. I'm super ambitious. I've always been passionate about a lot of the things that I do in my life. And with professional triathlon, there comes like a certain uncertainty. You always rely upon other people, on other brands. And I want something in life to be future-proof at some point. And I was super privileged to be able to do this for full time for a couple of years, and still am. But now that I'm still young and super ambitious, I think it's good to pull the plug myself and find a new path. Rather than waiting until a certain point where I'm not able to do anything anymore. And so professional sports is really uncertain. It gives a lot of extra stress, additional stress, and it's not future proof. And I'm always thinking, so when I'm on the bike, whatever I'm doing in life, I always want to, every year I want to, you know, some personal development, you want to learn something in life, you want to do something new. And I think I've got to the point in triathlon where continuing racing as a professional is not going to give me anything anymore personally. Of course, it would still be super cool and I would still meet a lot of cool people, but that doesn't get you anywhere anymore in life. So then you need to be realistic and need to think of, this might be, for now, a hobby for the future. And I need to find something else where I'm deriving the passion from again, and where I can put my passion into, and something that might be future-proof as you're getting older and life gets more serious. So the additional stress from relying upon other people or brands, it really doesn't come natural to me. I've always been self-sufficient. I've always been able to make a living for myself. I've always been busy in the sports, you know, whether that's coaching people, whether it's making a podcast. And it's also because I've always wanted to do something extra rather than just doing sports for myself, as I find it hard to be really egoistic, which is actually the core value of what you need to be a real professional. With that all together, I just found that I was losing focus, and I'm still really ambitious and passionate, but I don't think I'm that about becoming the best athlete in the world. But I do think that I need to use that energy and that passion for something new, now that I'm still young, to pursue something else in life and still use triathlon as a hobby. Now, something that does give me still a lot of energy is making content, is making the podcast, is staying close to the triathlon community. That's something that I will still be continuing to do, but then just as an age grouper. So before we're stopping in 2025, I've got 3 nearly impossible goals for this year that I've always had when I got into a triathlon. So one is the Ironman in sub 8 hours. That's going to be Copenhagen this year, Copenhagen 2025. The goal is an Ironman in sub 8 hours. Second goal, what I have this year, is the marathon under 2 hours and 30 minutes. I'm going to target 2 marathons. First one will be London Marathon. That's still really early into the season, so I'm not sure whether I'm fit enough then, but I'm going to give it a crack. If not, I'm going to do another marathon later on in the season. Which one? I don't know yet. I want to do a quick one, so you can leave a suggestion up in the comments. And the third goal, yes, hybrid life, baby. I'm going to do a Hyrox in February. Well, actually 2 of them back to back in 1 week. One is Wien and the other one is Rotterdam. And I'm going to try to target the Hyrox in sub 1 hour. If I reach all of that, maybe I can call myself the hybrid king. Not a joke. I think all these goals will help each other. So in the past, I've managed to swim 54 minutes, ride 4 hours and 12 minutes in an Ironman. And the time that I'm missing to go sub 8 is literally in a marathon. And I think if I'm able to run 2 hours and 30 on like a single marathon, that I can improve my run for the Ironman and thus reach that goal. So one goal is going to stimulate the other goal. But the main goal is the Ironman sub 8 hours. And now the final question is, what am I going to do after the sports in 2025? So I've really been thinking, and I think this is a real hard question for someone who's really got his identity from doing triathlon full time. I do have a master's degree in international tax, but I'm not really the kind of guy that that ends up working behind a desk and a law book. For those who have been following me closely over the last year, have been seeing that I've been busy developing a product. It's a product that I've been using as a professional through a pharmaceutical company, and I've been further developing the product with them. And in February 2025, so it's literally in 3.5 weeks from now, I'm going live with this product. So if you want to stay tuned and know more about it, head down to the link in the description down below. So if you want to support me on that journey, then click on that. You can stay tuned for the news when we're going live. So that's one thing, and the other thing is I want to focus a little bit more on the content creational side. So that is making the YouTube videos, covering this journey this year, and then from that doing a little bit more podcast, and also still get a little bit more into coaching. Now they say stepping away from, what did they always say? Stepping away from racing is not a goodbye, but it's a pivot towards your dreams, using the same passion and drive, or fueled by the same passion and drive for the future goals. So that is what this is going to be. It's the same passion and drive for future goals. So that means starting my own business in 2025, pursuing these 3 goals, and then the next step. Hopefully see you then. If you want to support me by growing my channel, please subscribe, and we'll see you next week, because in the next coming 5 weeks, I'll be coming out with a lot of videos, so stay tuned.